Y'all saw that, right? Do we all see the same thing? Did we all just watch the Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott? All right, well, if you did, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Was that not the best thing to happen to 2020? Am I alone in this? Clearly, I'm not. That was the biggest vibe that could have happened in the midst of all of this. Y'all, I don't really even know how to describe it. Like, they were just, I mean, first of all right, I took some notes. Here are the takeaways from the Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott. Number one, these two are master performers. This was Jill Scott's first time on live. I know people who freeze up at the thought of going live. She's never been live before. She somehow transferred her perform. Like, they didn't just play songs. Like, they included little messages, gems. They even had like a build up at the end. Erykah brought in like a whole bunch of people. They had a tribute. Erykah Badu like gave up and said, "You win, but here's Bag Lady," and then played one of Jill Scott's songs. That was just master performing. Just even on IG Live. Clearly the best IG Live I've ever seen. Number two, the stank face is the biggest compliment that you can give an artist. If you don't know what the stank face is, it's this. You can't lie about that. No one has ever lied about the stank face. Okay? That is, you lie with words. But when you hear something that's so good that you're just like, it's almost like you smell something terrible. That is. I didn't know that, but Erykah just made a rule right now. Number three, they put so much emotion in their songs that sometimes they cried after recording. Like, what? Jill Scott said that she recorded a song, left the booth, and wept. Like, I was just like, fam, you guys, all right, you guys put your all in it. Number four, I have severely slept on Jill Scott. I'm more of an Erykah Badu listener. So the fact that I came up on so many new Jill Scott songs, I listened to Jill Scott. I listened to the first album. I think it was like "Who Is Jill Scott?" I don't know, whichever the one she got the fedora popping. That was lit. After that, it was just like her hit singles. But I came up on like a cool 4 or 5 songs that I never heard before. So definitely gonna keep listening to Jill Scott. Number whatever. DJs will always change the song before your favorite part. I think that's the first thing you learn when you learn about being a DJ. Is just to like build it up to the part that everybody's waiting for and then just completely stop it or change the song. So clearly somebody taught Erykah Badu well, because she purposely went all the way to break some certain breakdowns that I was waiting for and then was like, "Dear, all right, what you think, Will?" Or excuse me, Jill. So I think that's a DJ thing. Next, fear is a prick. I thought that was a cool part. Jill Scott basically said that as an artist, when you write something down or record it, it's not yours anymore, and it's your responsibility to share it, which was like a lesson to a bunch of writers out there. So I thought that was a cool takeaway, and they also referred to fear as a prick or a dick. Next, when they hit high notes, they squeeze their butt cheeks together. I didn't know that at all. I don't be singing like that. So apparently a lot of singers be squinching their butt cheeks together when they hit those. If that's the case, Mariah Carey, I don't know. Mariah Carey must be ahead of the game. Like, Mariah Carey's butt cheeks must be in full Azkaban prison mode, just shut, like with magic. And then lastly, these two women have hits, like uppercase hits. They went for about 3 hours and they played nonstop bangers with just some banter in between. And they didn't even play all of them. Like I was waiting for I thought that some people would. I mean, I was like maybe 10 minutes late, but it was a lot. It was a lot. Like it really for that's important because I feel like a lot of artists today would be drowning after like 30 minutes. They'd be like, "Damn, can I play this one again?" Like to play for 3 hours and still have a lot left. Like Erykah left to go perform. So fam, that and just the way they talk to each other was what 2020 needed. This is what 2020 needed. If you have not seen it, please go to Jill Scott's page and watch it. Pour you something to drink, maybe light you something to smoke on. If you don't smoke, light you some candles or incense or sage or whatever it is that you do. But you see it. That was clearly the best thing in 2020. So I just wanted to say that. Shout out to Alexia Washington. Yes, it was amazing. Clearly, a lot of people watched it in here. There's a shitload of you guys in here. Takeshi Mibu, appreciate you. Said, damn, guess your brother was too busy for the Pokemon tearing the other night. Yes, he was. But we are going to do it this weekend. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. So probably like Monday or something like that. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. I am going live tomorrow, though. Shout out to Luela. She felt fully restored. For real, though. That's why I started this live the way I did. I just feel like, for sure. Appreciate you, Takashi. Said you'll catch me next time. It was relaxing. It was definitely relaxing, and we need more of that. We definitely need more of that. That was like a special experience, especially to be like watching it live as it was happening and commenting live, and so many like celebrities just dropped in. It's crazy. We grow up seeing these people and idolizing these people, but we forget that like a lot of these people idolize each other too. So it was cool to not only see Erykah Badu and Jill Scott like fans of each other, but like everybody from like Michelle Obama to like Rihanna to just like all these random people were popping in and just tuning in. So oh, and last thing I'm gonna say, Ja Rule left a bunch of comments, so it was kind of crazy because I just personally kept thinking about Ja Rule with a glass of wine, listening to Jill Scott with us, and it was just, I don't know, it's pretty funny, very funny. Shout out to Sid Boo, said they had my whole heart and soul, truly blessed for sure, right? I did take notes. As soon as they said certain things, I was like, I'm going to talk about this. Oh, one other thing. I don't think I wrote this down. There was like 2 Erykah Badu songs that I had never heard before. So I feel fraudulent. I feel like a phony. I guess I'm not as big of a Erykah Badu fan as I thought I was. Because there was 2 is a lot. Out of 3 hours, it's a lot of songs, but still 2. That's wild. But to be fair, maybe I listened to it and wasn't feeling it. Shout out to Phantasm, said that shit was fire. Last hour was magic. Man, the whole thing was crazy. Shout out to Takeshi once again. We'll catch you Monday. All right, for sure. Well, thank you. We will do the Pokemon thing on Monday. But yeah, Erykah Badu is having a personal show, like an after party right now. So you guys definitely head on over to there. I just wanted to step in and get this out. Shout out to Ryan Keels yet again. So thanks for letting us in. People commented on your meditation at the start of the live. That was cool as hell. I wasn't really meditating. That was for the live, but appreciate it. Shout out to Megan. Today, Earth Song is great. A personal fave. That's one of the ones that I never heard before. I'd never heard that, and I wrote it down. That was super dope. Joannia, thank you. Said Michelle Obama was in there. Yeah, it was a big deal, and it's crazy to think that they peaked at about maybe 800K, and it's like, okay, like I'm glad. I wish they would have broke Tekashi 6ix9ine's record, but you can't really beat Scandal. So it was cool that Something Positive got almost half that. But yeah, no worries. Shout out to Talia. Said that was best out of all of them so far. Made my night. You know what? I didn't watch any of the other verses. The Swiss and Scott Storch thing was a cool idea, and I felt like I'm not the biggest Scott Storch fan. He has some pretty big bangers. So now that I watched this, I wish that I watched that. And then, to be honest, I didn't really care about Babyface versus Teddy Riley. And then hearing how it went, I was just like, okay, I didn't really miss anything. But this one was by far not only the best verses, but the best IG Live I have seen. And it's crazy that there's such good performers that they were able to still make a show that made us feel the way we felt. And it was on IG Live. You know, like, that's crazy. It's hard to make people enjoy something in person. So for them to have mastered that to a level where they can just transfer it over to IG Live, and both of them, like, they're older, like, they're not even really with this whole Instagram stuff. Jill Scott said this was their first time going live, period. So they're such good performers that transferred almost effortlessly. That's just really inspiring for sure. Shout out to Rob. Appreciate you, sir. As well as James Johnson, who has a basketball player's name. Said dopest performance of 2020. And where do I send the Pokemon pics? You know what? We're actually not doing art for the Pokemon stuff. It's really other stuff. For some reason, Pokemon.com isn't flagging me or taking me to jail for using the Pokemon on their website. But, you know, we're about to do DC. We just did Dragon Ball Z. We're going to do Marvel. We're going to do Star Wars. We're going to do, you know, old Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon cartoons. Like, we're going to do a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of opportunities to get in on that show. So definitely send me your art. But please send me your art based on the last call. I can't sort through a bunch of shows. I can only sort through what's next. And what's next is DC. Shout out to Shanika Walker. Hey, appreciate you. Said, yay, caught another live. Hey, Pat, that Jill Scott live was epic. Loved it. For real, though. For real. So I just really wanted to, you know, talk to you guys about it. Give you guys a little after review. If you have not seen it, please jump on her page. It's on Jill Scott's page. It's about 3 hours long. I kid you not. Just get you something to drink or eat and check it out. And for those of you who did check it out, make sure you guys jump over to Erykah Badu's show. She's having it at somewhere. All right, guys. Have a good one.